Hello, hello. Welcome everyone coming on in. It's been a couple weeks since we've been able to do this. But welcome back everyone. It is the Knights of the Round Table.
Rainbow
Uh,
table.
fuck. I screwed it up. Knights of the Rainbow
All
Table.
right, restart.
All right. Restart.
Intro again.
Whew,
Right.
here we go.
Take two.
Take two. Welcome everyone to the Knights of the Rainbow Table.
Oh, are we dabbing? Okay.
Dabbing, I guess. That's a good intro. Um,
It seemed like a good Super Zentai pose. Anyway,
welcome. How are you guys? It's been a little while since we've been able to talk.
I mean, the average level of outrage continues to increase. So we've got that going on. But yeah, good, man. How are you guys?
about the same. The outrage has festered enough that if I can't make time to write something on here, I have decided that I'm just going to start doing like the missives from a middle-aged man from Frederick, and I'm going to record, my videos where I can, when I can, and post them because there's way too much to talk about and bring awareness to that we need to be loud and vocal and many. So yeah, same.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Nick? Other than very hairy.
Very hairy. I do need to have a haircut. I'm gonna eventually get one of those. And my beard I'll trim here on the sides. I've been keeping the top up, but not I'm trying to get longer, so it's been a adventure.
Man,
We're all
I've been
trying to
trying to
get
get
longer.
longer since I hit puberty.
Phrasing. Are we doing phrasing?
Amazing.
Always
You're always doing phrasing.
I'm doing all right. I started a new med last week for migraines, and my body is just hurting a lot, and the weather's changing, and so it's colder, so I'm in a lot of fucking pain. But I'm pushing through. And I'm doing a lot of like physical labor at my new property and doing land clearing, which has actually been really good for me.
Yeah,
and
probably therapeutic, right? Like
Oh yeah.
you think about the East Wing of the White House and you swing that axe extra hard.
I'm on a tractor. I sit on a tractor with no power steering either. So I'm just like, I crank it just a little bit. I'm like, oh, the fucking White House. God fucking damn it.
This is what I'm going to do in the ballroom.
Who needs power steering when I've got patriotic rage?
Patriotic rage. Yes, that's what it is. It is not Eagle G's, but it is patriotic rage.
The only problem is that Nick is going to have a hard time navigating around the property because he's going to have a built-in psychological resistance to turning right. He's just going to be turning left turns the whole time.
Right. Hey, if you make enough lefts, you go
that way. We can only make left turns, kid.
We don't ever go right here.
We don't turn right around these parts.
It's not safe in these woods if you're going right. My little ballroom is. We weren't going to talk about the East Wing. We said we weren't going to touch it. We didn't get any approvals for it. We're doing all the illegal things. It's going to be so pretty because I have so much going on for me. It is so big inside, and everybody knows it. I'm no Arnold Palmer.
Except the $230 million that I'm going to sue the Justice Department for. That'll go to the ballroom. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Hey,
I just want to call it the tiny balls room. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's clearly compensation on the grandest level. And it's not just because he apparently has a one-up with his need to constantly take from the Hitler playbook and add to it. It's also compensating both for everything he's done since he's been in, but obviously very rudimentarily from a very, very tiny micro penis. South Park got it right.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, the thing with Trump is people are always like, well, we can't technically diagnose from afar. We can with him. Yeah, we can absolutely diagnose from afar. He is so obvious. Every day.
Well, the thing is, even if you were standing in front of him, it would still be diagnosing from afar.
Yes, that's true because nobody wants to get that close.
Yeah, you need a microscope to get there. And some
Yeah,
tweezers.
Bingo. That's exactly
Find
where I
some
was
tweezers
going.
and a microscope, and you might Inspector Gadget it. You might find it.
There you go. I got a drop, guys. You just turned me straight. I can no longer sit at the Knights of the Rainbow table. Thinking about Trump's micro penis is absolutely the biggest unboner hard off I've ever had in my entire life.
Okay, can I make it even worse then for you? Now imagine that Stephen Miller is the embodiment of that penis trying to get out.
Ugh. Oh, that's why they're so connected, because Stephen Miller is like his demon.
This is quickly turning into political what is it, Centipede? That horror movie that's quickly
with Human Centipede. Absolutely.
This is turning into political Human Centipede very quick.
Shit in, shit out, right?
Hi, I'm Stephen Miller. Hi.
Oh, I'm popping out of my hood today. Oh, I'm an uncircumcised penis, but I'm Jewish. I'm gonna pop out of my hood today. He also kind of looks like the brainworm that came out of RFK's head, and like turned into a human being.
Well, I mean, if he's indeed a demon, it would make sense that he's playing multiple roles. Like he's RFK Jr.'s brainworm. He's Trump's penis.
Has anyone tried to put salt around him, like in Supernatural, and see if he gets caught?
Yeah, or like
burns,
red brick dust. Anything to contain a demon, please.
I mean, it's cheap, right? We can still buy salt.
Hey, Stephanie. Bye, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. Bye, Stephanie. It's good to see Stephanie in the chat. If you just saw her chat in there, you should definitely hit on her number. Oh, by the way, 69 viewers in Substack, perfect number. The only thing that's ruined by 69 is a period.
Did you just tell everybody to hit on Stephanie?
No, I said go subscribe to Stephanie. Don't hit on Stephanie. That's rude. That's rude.
I thought you said to hit on her number.
He did.
And I was
like,
say
oh, hit on her name.
No, I meant subscribe.
Sorry, hit on her name and hit the subscribe button, because you can do that in the chat.
There you go. Those extra words add a lot of context.
Words mean.
I mean, Stephanie is a very beautiful human being, so I don't blame you. But
yeah, I mean, she also got an incredible recording this weekend.
She is incredible.
Yeah, did you guys listen in on the Reggie Gibson recording?
I really
enjoyed. She got the Poet Laureate of Massachusetts.
No, I did not.
It's so amazing. It's this 10-minute long poem. I've got it linked in our most recent Banner and Backbone post with Centered America. You'll find it in the post body. It actually links to the starting of his speech from Stephanie. She recorded it live in Lexington, Massachusetts. And he's the Poet Laureate of Massachusetts, Reggie Gibson. And it was so powerful and so strong. I've listened to it like 4 or 5 times now, and I'm just like, I need to get this dude on a show. And the great thing is Stephanie lives near him, and she's trying to get him on a show for hers. And I want to then try and get him on a Banner and Backbone and see if he'd be willing to live read the poem again for all of us, and put it out there, because wow, was it powerful. So yeah, I'll throw that in the Substack chat for anybody who's here as a link, so you can go find the Banner and Backbone post on that. Definitely subscribe to Banner and Backbone too. We're pretty awesome over there and over here, because we're a part of Banner and Backbone. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Substack today. Like big. We're growing.
Here's a tangent raised by the point you just made. Do we have a Poet Laureate for the United States under Trump? I mean, I'm assuming it's somebody like absolutely banal, like Lee Greenwood or somebody, but is there even a Poet Laureate?
I think it requires knowing how to read and write to be a Poet Laureate. So,
touche.
Maybe like a picture book, laureate, but not a poet.
Yeah, like Goodnight Moon. Whoever wrote Goodnight Moon is the Poet Laureate of the United States.
what I really want is Samuel Jackson just reading.
He also say, I know I'm supposed to be mad about that concept, but Goodnight Moon as our poem honestly makes me laugh a little bit, especially as read by Samuel Jackson. But no, not up to the same standard, but I'm also not mad about it.
Yeah. And I'm going to throw a QR code up here on the screen next to Jacob's head that says Love America. That was our banner and backbone discussion with Centered America called Love America Sustained Engagement. And in there, for anyone who wants to see it, I also dropped the link. Do it again in Substack. Is anyone who wants to see it. In there is a link to Stephanie Wilson's post with Reggie Gibson doing his poem. It was super cool. Yeah.
So,
that's been my stuff.
How did we get off of the East Wing of the White House so quickly? Because I feel like I vented last night. Nick, you vented today. I still got more vent. I
got more vent too. We can go back. Jacob, nobody's heard your vent yet.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
Do you even care about? Do
you care about the White House?
That was actually going to be. That was actually going to be my next vent. I've just had a list of things that I have been getting through.
I would like to invite you to vent a little for us and just open our eyes.
How do I unpack all of this in a hurry? Let's see. Go to your happy place. Woosah, and scene. Anyway, so yes. For me, it is a complete testament. It is a complete physical representation of everything that's fucking going wrong with this entire administration and Trump himself and the general American apathy towards all of it. Because if you couldn't see in real time everything that's going on with ICE, everything that's going on with the stripping of our education systems, the stripping of our healthcare, the robbing of our country, this is a literal physical manifestation for every motherfucker out there who says that it has to be one step worse, that it has to be one step more in order for it to be comparable to the worst that we've ever seen and or comparable to Nazi and fascist Germany. So if you can look at what's going on and not see that this is real time giving you a physical model of what is wrong in this country right now, then you are fucking dumb, and I wish you had never fucking voted, because it is showing us that we can destroy literally part of America that we do not like for our own benefit real time. The East Wing is comparable to the left wing or anybody who disagrees with the administration and the right wing views. The absolute authoritarianism to do so without pending approval or balance of power to do so, using America's money to do so, while also trying to continue to strip us of the money we already have by him suing the Department of Justice for defamation or whatnot. And they just proved that the Trump family has doubled their wealth to $10.2 billion since he's been elected. So it is literally the robbing of our country, the stripping of our values, the destruction of our traditions and our legacy, and trying to eliminate an entire half of our country in one go. So for me, the White House demolition is a direct physical, tangible representation of what the fuck has happened.
Smash that heart. Smash that heart, y'all.
So it's like a metaphor, is what you're saying.
Is it?
It's a physical metaphor made out of Play-Doh, toothpicks, rubber bands, and clay.
Seriously, the most odd, like the book writes itself, the screenplay writes itself, it isn't quite as pithy as Let Them Eat Cake, but it is basically Let Them Eat Cake, Oh, SNAP benefits are running out because we're insufficient funds, but we're building a $250 million ballroom. Yeah, come on. Fuck you guys.
And by the way, we can buy 2 jets for Ice Barbie.
Right. For Kristi Noem. Yeah, we got 142.
Who is violating so many state laws.
And some warheads.
Why are state attorney generals not charging? Why is okay, I had my rant this morning, and this one I want to get y'all's opinion on. The biggest piece out of my rant is the Midas Touch Network is funded by all of us to file lawsuits and report the news. They're out there to report the news, but they are also ran by multiple lawyers who are good at what they do, talk about it really well, and could be suing the fuck out of these people daily and every moment of the day. for real things that they're doing that are illegal. Or state attorney generals could be holding these people accountable in real time on state level crimes. Why is the Midas Touch not doing the work we want them to do? Like that's being demanded of them. They're telling us they're going to do action, but then they never do the action. Like, what the fuck?
Yep. And that's the part of it that I say with it's not only an outward projection, physical, tangible projection of everything the administration is doing right now, but it is also a projection of the general American apathy towards everything that's going on right now. Either apathy or inability or unwillingness to act. Is that we see this going on, and so few people are jumping in to try to stop it from. I mean, we've got, you know, the average American, as I was watching, as I've been reading the shit ton out of Shane's post recently, who are calling in and flooding the voicemail inboxes of these construction companies, these contractors, and even their email inboxes, and moving on to other contractors. You got those, but then you don't have the people who have more immediate direct power, like you mentioned with Midas Touch, doing anything about it. So it's literally another representation of apathetic or inability to act and letting themselves be paralyzed by the horrors being perpetrated around them right now.
Here's my thing. Joe Walsh posted about this, and I, absolutely 1,000,000% agree. Some smart Democrat is going to run on a 2028 platform of we will tear the Trump ballroom down on day one in 2029. I don't care how wasteful it is. I don't care if it's throwing good money after bad, whatever. I would absolutely buy a sledgehammer and fly to Washington, D.C. and be one of the people to knock. Because here's the thing. I refuse to go through the rest of history or the rest of my life hearing about people dancing in the Trump ballroom. Fuck you. Absolutely not. An important state dinner was held in the Trump ballroom. No, fuck you. I'm not doing that. Unsubscribe. We're going to knock that motherfucker down.
Yeah, Germany tore down all of the statues and all of the shit that the Nazis made. They confronted their past. They confronted their actions. They were forced to by the global community, but they confronted it and they did it. America needs to fucking confront our actions for once and stop pandering to fucking traitors. Stop pandering to cowards and bigots and assholes, and rename all the bases and rename all the streets and all the highways off of Confederate generals and Confederate lovers and racists and bigots, and Trump's name should be expunged from everything. And yeah, I would buy a sledgehammer just to go. I'll get a golden sledgehammer too. I'll even dip the fucking head in gold and smash it.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, obviously, of course. I'm agreeing with both of y'all. But I'll do one better. I will take a video and picture thirst trap of me with the shirt off in denim overalls with the sledgehammer, slamming the shit out of that. Anytime somebody gets tired, I'm going to be like, I'll take your turn. Let's fucking go right now.
Yeah.
What I love most about you, Jacob, is your modesty, man. It inspires me.
I use the gifts I've been given, Lauren.
That is true.
Did you say gifts? Gifts?
Were you given these or did you not? I thought these were traits. I thought you worked for these. Did someone gift you muscles?
Well,
was it the COVID vaccine? Did you get muscles from the COVID vaccine?
I did. I got muscles from the COVID vaccine.
Oh man, that's
I just posted about how it's supposed to potentially help cure or stave off cancer. I mean, I pulled a reverse Deadpool. The COVID was keeping my muscles in check, and then the vaccine released the muscles, and then that's what happened. So
yeah,
release the Kraken. Was it like that?
Yeah, the COVID was holding me back.
Is that what you say, Lawrence, when it's time? Release the Kraken?
Yeah. Every time my boyfriend shows up and I start taking off his pants, I'm like, release the Kraken. And, and he's from Seattle, so it makes a lot of sense because that's
it
the name
does.
of the
It does. The Krakens are
NHL
there.
team in Seattle now.
I missed the
something
hockey
Pike
team.
Place Market. Anyway, continue.
I missed the hockey team by just a couple months. We left right before they finished all the construction, and that's all right. I was hoping they'd bring basketball back, but they didn't because the Sonics.
It is still their plan, right? It's just that things got so screwed up when the Sonics got bought by that asshole from Oklahoma City that the NHL held not the NHL, the NBA held a grudge, still holds a grudge.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, because Seattle voters were like, no, we're not voting to fund a stadium expansion, the NBA was kind of like, okay, well, we're never going to grant you another expansion team then. Bye-bye. So, we suffered for that decision for a very long time.
Yeah. And just so people know, there is a QR code on the screen that way, next to Jacob's head again, which is for the White House destruction from Shane Urich. I'm promoting his piece because Jacob, you were talking about what Shane was saying around how we can actually act and do things as citizens, because apparently our congressional members are not doing anything and are lazy pieces of shit who have abdicated their roles and should be voted out immediately and not wait another year, because nothing in the Constitution says we cannot hold snap or special elections to vote out people who are actually willingly and purposely not doing their jobs.
Ooh, that's a fascinating concept. Could we really do that?
Yeah, why not? We've been convinced that voters don't have power. Voter is the highest rank in this country. The citizens uphold what the Constitution says can and cannot be done. So if we as the citizens say we can hold snap elections to remove people who are willingly and purposely not doing their jobs, they're actively not doing their jobs. If they were in any business, they want to treat government like a business, but if you were in any business and you actively did not do your job, you'd be fucking fired.
Yeah.
Immediately. You wouldn't get to sit there for another year.
It's not like they regard the Constitution, that they hold it in high esteem and don't violate it. I suppose we could do it and then, then make the argument. It's not
like it says we can't.
It's not enumerated in the Constitution, and therefore we reserve the right in the unenumerated right. I'm sure
because states hold the power to do elections,
probably, but
states hold the power to do elections, don't they? So if we choose as citizens to say the state must hold recall elections, there's state referendums in multiple red states. I don't see why Missouri couldn't hold a state referendum and just say we recall every single member of Congress and our senators right now because they're not doing their jobs.
This idea. I love this idea. Yeah, snapelections.com, right? Create a nationwide movement.
Do it on Discord. They did it in Nepal. The Gen Zers in Nepal held a fucking election on Discord after they did their Luffy One Piece pirate takeover, and that's spreading to the US, the Luffy One Piece thing and the pirate flag. I'm so proud of Gen Z for bringing that shit. Go you guys. But the Constitution doesn't say we cannot do these things. Why are we why do we have to listen to billionaires and people who say they know more than us or are better than us? So we should just listen to them and they tell us how the Constitution works. Well, I learned how the Constitution worked from an officer in the military because he was my father and he was a history major and he knew what the fuck he was talking about. So don't I know the Constitution too? Isn't it my right as a citizen to know and uphold it?
Yeah, I do really, really love this idea. And when you think about it, the reason we're in the place that we're in now is because all of the people who were supposed to uphold the guardrails, the wise elders in government and the media, they all told us like, no, everything's going to be okay, and don't overreact, and no, don't talk about expanding the Supreme Court because that's going too far. Yeah, fuck all that. Let's have snap elections.
Yeah, why not? If we say that we have new representatives and you're voted out because you are literally abdicating your responsibility as a representative, too fucking bad. Like, get the fuck out. We don't have to pay you. You don't get to abdicate your role, say as Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, and not swear in a duly elected Congresswoman from Arizona.
Totally.
It's literally your constitutional duty, responsibility to do that. Not choose to do it when the fuck you want. It's she won, she's certified, she gets to sit. Now fucking put her in. And if you're refusing to do that, you are actively abdicating your responsibilities, and the Constitution is a clear mechanism of impeachment. We're just being told that we can't do it as people.
Right.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Voter is the most powerful role in this country. Let's fucking treat it that way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of being told what we can't do. There's so many people out there being like, oh, you can't do this. We've never done it before. Well, then let's fucking try it.
Just because it's never been done before doesn't mean it can't be done. And that's one of the things that annoys me right now is it's that same mentality that you get in any workplace right now, where people sit and go, well, what can we do? We've tried this, and this. Okay, well, have you tried something new? Have you tried something we haven't done before? Oh, well, I don't know if we can do that. Well, you won't fucking know until you try. And special elections, going after different venues is going to be the way, because clearly if we fight by any system of structure that has been oppressing us so far, that system of structure is what's keeping us where we're at right now. Like, we have to begin to fight in new and different and more effective ways. Well, not until we try them if they're effective or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, Midas Touch, why the fuck aren't you suing all the time?
I guess, my practical mind goes to the complication of actual elections are occurring in 2 weeks. And then if we were to spin up a Snap Elections Now campaign, it kind of just coincides with the elections in November of next year, right? Like, when you think about like the mechanism for how we would have to get elections set up in each state, it'd probably take us about a year to really get that going. I mean, I'm willing to be convinced that I'm wrong, but also I love the idea of like spinning up the energy and then using that to feed into the 2026 campaigns, because it's got to be a wave election, right? Like, whether it's snap elections or 2026, we've got to have a massive wave election. Like, we have just absolutely got to take back the House and the Senate in unequivocal terms and begin a massive sort of impeachment and truth and reconciliation and Nuremberg campaign.
Yeah, like, there's a question in the chat of only white men or all white men, or what are we saying? Is no, anyone who is abdicating their role as a congressional member, as a legislator, part of the legislative body, should be removed.
Right.
By the people. The people have the right to remove peacefully through the Constitution. It is a constitutional mechanism that if our government becomes an oppressive tyranny, we get to remove them, all of them. If we were to do a 2/3 majority vote in the entire country, a popular vote of 2/3 majority, and actually just do a vote like that, we could demand that the entire legislative branch be removed. Every single one of them. We could demand that the executive branch be removed and barred. If we have a 3/4 majority or even a 2/3 majority in the country, which is really what we would need, is a 2/3 majority, because that's what we go off of, is if 2/3 of the people independently agree that the entire government is invalid and that the Supreme Court justices should be impeached, removed, and prosecuted, why do we need to wait for the Senate to do it?
Right.
The Senate is outdated and useless right now. And why are we being told? Like, I'm so frustrated that we're being told we can't do these things because it's never been done. Well, fuck you. Let's fucking just do the thing. They do it all the time on the right, and they fail, but they get some things done. Like, use some of their playbook.
I love that guy, right? When he first came in, I was super excited that Hakeem might become the first Black Speaker of the House. But he's not doing his job either, right? Like for whatever reason, he's as cowardly as Chuck Schumer is. So let's vote him out, because I'd much rather have AOC as as Speaker of the House than Hakeem Jeffries, because I know she would at least fucking go for it, right?
Yeah, like state party. The thing is, I don't think we need to wait or build a full apparatus. State parties themselves are the mechanism. Is if your state party demands very quickly, like let's say Prop 50, that's a popular vote in California. If the Democratic Party were to put a proposition forward for the Democratic Party to recall in California their legislators, they could do it.
I'm gonna gently push back and say the reason Prop 50 works in California is because it was proposed by the governor and then passed through the legislature. You can't just have one party declare that they're going to, put something forward to recall. Like then it doesn't get on the ballot.
Then put it through the whole legislator in California.
I mean,
the whole branch, do it.
Sure. Like if that's what I'm saying is, right, at each state level, you would need to get the legislature to authorize, and then the elected secretary of state to also authorize and get ballots printed and get the mechanisms for election put into place. Like, I'm not trying to poo-poo it. I'm just trying to say, like, if you don't make it official, then it's just going to cause a civil war, right? Because
well, we're already at a soft civil war, so I think we need to
that I
push
agree
beyond.
with you on that. I'm just saying we need to, if we're going to do this, we need to think about how we would do it officially so that no one could, legitimately say that it wasn't done through the proper channels, right? Like we can't just put a meetup on everybody's calendar and say that we're going to, vote through a Facebook poll to.
Why? I mean, why not though? Like the serious question on that is why not? Why not just create, like Nepal did it. Nepal elected an entirely new government through Discord. Like, why the fuck not?
And
we're using electoral machines.
Continuity, we need more than just a Discord chat.
You're right. We do
re-elect all of our new reps.
We do, but the problem is the systems that we use in America to vote are now all owned by right-wing MAGA bigots who are going to fuck with the elections.
Absolutely.
So we need to identify a legitimate alternative system to vote.
Old-fashioned paper ballots, man. It'd take forever to count, but old-fashioned paper ballots with a strong chain of ownership from beginning to end. Like that's how we used to do it. It took a really long time to count the votes, but it fucking worked.
We need, even if there's like a counting machine that does it, that can just slide them through, as long as there's a paper ballot and a ballot trail, we need that. We need it immediately. And I don't know why.
I'm not sure.
Like the tech is there.
That we do have are the ones that are owned by Dominion and other big corporations. And then you've got a tallying issue, right? Like I personally, I don't mean to sound like the anti-technologist, but I feel like at this point, if you're entering data into any kind of computer system that could be hacked or compromised in any way, I honestly think we need we need a paper ballot. Like we need a paper ballot. It needs to be counted by hand, and we need to do it the old-fashioned way, at least for the next election or two, until we can get Dominion and others, right-sized and transparent and openly tracked. I wouldn't trust data being sent to a Dominion system right now. Would you?
No. Or a Smartmatic system. I wouldn't trust any. Right. I don't trust any of them. I do. It's funny though that one of the people who bought it was like, yeah, we want a paper trail too. Like, interesting that you want exactly what we've been asking for.
Right. No, I thought that was really interesting too, because when you read what they said they were going to do, I was like, this is weirdly like what we were asking for back after 2000, like there was a big push in the Democratic Party to get, a voter verified paper ballot that, the voter could take away a receipt that their vote was counted, and that then there was a strong chain of ownership from beginning to end. And, and we kind of forgot that 2000 was stolen from us by 537 votes, and we went to all the digital stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Sorry, I've been distracted over here interacting in the comment section. I've been listening to
You're
y'all.
not distracted.
Hand counting all the way, which I would say that sounds very charming, but I lived in Washington State for 30 years where they actually still do caucuses. Caucuses suck, man. Like,
yeah. So
I participated in some of the Washington State caucuses too. They're fucking miserable.
It is a miserable process, and it could not be more biased towards people who have time to show up on a Tuesday or a Saturday or whatever it is and participate in something that could take 3 or 4 hours. Like, it's so disenfranchising, it's not even funny.
Yeah, so if I could chime in for 90 seconds or less to catch up on the verbal portion of this, since I've been over here on the written portion, yes, the snap elections, I believe, are going to be wildly important because, as you said, even if we couldn't get them going before the 2026 election, building that momentum and showing people that there's an actual tangible way and then getting the numbers behind it means that we now have energy, manpower, numbers to go into the 2026 election, which is one of the points you were making, that even if that wasn't successful, and you would hope it would be, it's the same as with any other project. We now have those resources that we can laterally transfer over to making sure that we have an overwhelming majority in 2026. As for the paper versus digital, it should be paper and digital still, because while digital can be hacked, a backup of anything is still good. And like you said, it really goes down into do you have the manpower to be able to sit and count those votes? And those votes can be lost even easier than digitally can be lost because they are still paper.
That's why I said a strong chain of ownership, right? Like, it would be a Herculean effort, but we could do it. You know?
And that's the thing. We need Herculean efforts, though. Like
Hercules.
Come Hercules us, please, with the Achilles cankle over there, and just
Achilles
bring
cankle,
it down.
Yes,
that's a Waj statement. Is he loves calling them the Achilles cankles? He has 3 of them apparently, and it's fun. I like that. I like because it is those cankles ain't going anywhere.
Noble Blend made a comment. American generals unsafe right now. No one is communicating with or sharing info with us after what the Danish are saying. It's actually the Dutch, Noble. They're no longer sharing or receiving intelligence from us. And it's true, right? Like the Dutch have pulled out of their intelligence sharing with the United States, which is massively, massively bad for us, because the Dutch, even though they're a small country, have an incredibly, incredibly effective intelligence apparatus. They were actually the only country that had penetrated the bot farms in St. Petersburg back before the 2016 election. Mysteriously, they lost all of their inside people after Trump was sworn into the White House. Somebody do the math and figure out how and why they lost all of their operatives. It is super, super concerning that the Dutch have decided that they are no longer sharing any kind of intelligence resource with us. And Julia Roginski and Ogle Outman have been talking a lot about how, like, next up is probably the Five Eyes. It's probably Canada, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand, basically saying Five Eyes is canceled. We're no longer sharing intelligence information with the United States, which would be literally a fucking disaster for us.
Oh yeah. We rely on multinational intelligence sharing and relationships to keep ourselves safe from external threats, from internal threats. Like, I was talking about it yesterday with Shane Urich. He invited me on to talk about Venezuela and like what my thoughts are on, like, if we were to invade Venezuela, what would it look like? And my first thought was like, this is the dumbest thing we could ever do. Like, and we're ruled by the dumbest people right now, and we're being told we can't do things by the dumbest people right now, and they're ruining everything. Like, our director of intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, is a Russian asset. They call her Russia's like little sister or whatever. She's a Russian asset. Our allies don't trust us. If we don't have that information, when we do something stupid like attack Venezuela, We have no counterintelligence on the inside of our country, and we have no way to stop drone attacks that are like Operation Spiderweb that Ukraine did.
Yep.
And if you don't think those types of things can and would be done in the US, you're fooling yourself. And attacking Venezuela would
for sure
kill American citizens in the US because we don't know how to handle intelligence anymore. We don't have people who are intelligent doing intelligence work. We have idiots who fucking doing intelligence work, and it's going to kill people. And I'm
right. Has already killed people. Right. Has
it
already
is
killed
killing
assets that have been compromised and will kill, like general population civilians because we're going to be out in the cold going it alone. And yeah, it's a fucking disaster. Many of us have said this, and Julie and Olga have said it a bunch recently. Like, if you were to craft the perfect like inside job on how to take down every pillar that has held up America's strength in the world, from economic to military to to everything, to our freedoms and our trust and respect in the world, Trump has literally been the perfect inside job to destroy America from within in every possible way. Like you couldn't script it better. You couldn't in a laboratory craft a better evil virus to destroy us.
It's almost like there was a playbook written that is being followed step by step by step.
By excruciating step. Yeah, God. It's funny how that seems, right? It's almost like somebody had a plan and is literally executing on their plan.
And it was leaked. It was put out, during the election, and everybody went, "Oh, that's not right. That's not true." And then you can
right. Trump doesn't know anything about that, right?
You can read that playbook like it's your nightly. Okay, we're going to open up this chapter. Okay, yeah, that happened today.
Yeah. And why don't we have Democrats out there reading just sections of it? There's so many Democrats that could just sit there on the House of Congress or on the floor or right on the steps and just hold a press conference with the Midas touch every single fucking day, put it on national news, Midas touch. You could be out there with a reporter every single day, Midas touch, with congressional members, Midas touch, and reading Project 2025 every fucking day, Midas touch. That's why we fucking pay you, Midas touch.
Here's a question. Do you guys think in your heart of hearts that the Democrats have literally been compromised? Like, do you think they are taking payouts, or like they have been threatened or something? Is that why they're so fucking feckless and spineless and weak right now?
Yes.
I believe it's both. I believe that some of them have been bribed, incentivized, and others have been threatened. And then whatever remaining that could not be corrupted through bribery or threat, either feel powerless or spineless enough to do something, and we get stuck with the handful of them. That question was asked in the comments earlier about, has anybody other than AOC opposed ICE? Well, I knew the answer, but I went ahead and Googled it while y'all were talking and put it in the chat. There's three. Other than AOC and Kamala Harris, there's three, and it's was it Blumenthal, Padilla, and I forget the other one. But we've got, what we're left with for anybody just on the ICE subject alone is 4 to 5 Democrats. Everybody else has been compromised. So, I mean, my stomach actually turns listening to, like, flips over listening to Cory Booker these days, just because the sheer amount of times you can't even get the man to admit that Netanyahu's a fucking war criminal. How are we going to trust this person to protect our own fucking country? They've been compromised.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to read the headline here just for a second from 2 days ago from a Midas Touch video. And the little blurb on the bottom of it, which fucking pisses me off right now, is Trump must be sued now for White House, ... It goes on for the destruction. Midas Touch host Ben Meiselas reports on how a lawsuit is needed immediately to block further demolition of the White House by Donald Trump. Ben Meiselas, you're a fucking lawyer. Like, you guys knew this was coming. You could have had a war room behind the scenes that was preparing lawsuits. Like, you guys told us that's what you were probably going to do. Why wasn't this filed immediately? You, Ben Meiselas and team, should have filed the lawsuit, not reported on someone should file this lawsuit. No, go fucking file the lawsuit. That's why we pay you.
Okay, I think that's the thing that Courtney had just said in the chat, right? That she had heard yesterday that Ben Meiselas was starting filings, and Nick, that's what you just read. That's what they're actually doing.
No, that's just the headline is he reports on how they should be filed. Not that they are filing. I don't see any reports that Midas Touch has filed any lawsuits yet. Like, it's been it's 3 days now. Today's the third day of the destruction of the White House. How the fuck is no one on the left prepared for this? How has it not already been stopped? Like, what are you guys doing? The entire Midas Touch network is fucking lawyers. What are you guys doing? Sorry. Well, no, not sorry. I'm pissed off because I spend money to support Midas Touch and these groups.
Melody in the chat has said that she's going to do it. Melody, oh my God, thank God. 3 sizes too swole. It's got to be me, bruv. Okay, Melody, we're with you. Put up a GoFundMe and we'll help.
I couldn't tell if she was quoting my Substack profile or not, because it does say like something like fighting fascism with a heart 3 sizes too small. I wasn't sure if she was quoting me or quoting y'all, like who she's quoting. So
yeah, and Courtney, if you could find a link for us to where you heard that or any of the reporting, I'd gladly report on it and like talk about how that's so nice that they're finally fucking doing it 3 days later to start filing when they could have had these things pre-prepped ahead of time, because they've said they would do that type of thing and be ready for lawsuits. And why the fuck aren't we? Like, why haven't state attorney generals sued Stephen Miller and folks like that for racial profiling and for flagrantly violating state laws? Like, why are we obeying?
Stop laughing.
Why are we obeying in advance?
Stop laughing.
The way you like,
I know we are obeying in advance. We're being complicit in advance.
Now I have to take my shirt off.
Yeah, why me? Jacob, you got to get so mad that your shirt falls off, brother. It's that time.
It will happen in just a second. I am in the middle of righteous right now. I'm listening to you. I just got distracted by the chat.
So. We all know that just makes your nipples hard. Come on, man.
No. Tiny baby nipples, babies, like little Hershey kisses.
The cutest tiny little nipples.
They're not even as big as those drop candies that you get. Those like big old hard nipple looking things. Jacob, you got baby nipples. Little tiny nipples.
The shirt will evaporate in righteous rage here shortly, I promise.
Okay. The people are demanding it. I'm starting to see some folks look for the half naked Jacob.
I was locked into your point though. Like the complacency, the complicit nature in advance is the thing that annoys the fuck out of me right now. Is why is there any need to take over a country when all you have to do is to threaten to take over one and make 1 or 2 steps towards that to scare enough people that they go, oh, well, I don't think I can do anything about it. Or, oh, we're not effective. Or, oh, what change could we enact? Or, oh, it's not that bad. Why even fucking take over a country? It's not necessary. Everybody's going to bend over in advance or bow down in advance. And that bend over was not meant to be in any way disparaging. It's just to say, like,
well, are they cute? Are the guys taking over our country?
I'll bend over for the right.
I mean, you've talked about hate fucking Pete Hegseth.
Right.
For the right top, I absolutely will. For the wrong top, go fuck yourself. Literally.
The only person that I think would need to have like their own, well, one of the few people that would need to have their own special place for like being hate fucked in a unique way would be Stephen Miller and Russell Vogt. They need to be human centipede hate fucked, and maybe like
I'm outie.
Pineapple from Little Nicky with Hitler in the French maid suit. Like, that's the punishment that they deserve. Like, pineapple in, pineapple out, just all day. all along. Yeah,
Barbed
and
all the
JD
way.
Vance gets to
Hard-
be
hard
the
pass.
couch that's fucked.
Right. I will say, like, I don't want evil things to happen to them. I just want justice, So I'd be happy with a nice treason charge and the hangman's noose or the firing squad, whichever. I don't need to enact, political sexual violence. I just want justice at this point. I want the traitors to be tried for treason and found guilty, and then the law of the land, which is, the punishment for treason is death. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's really all I want to. You're right.
Yeah.
That is the only end that really needs to happen.
Agreed. I'm sorry. I've got an hour's never long enough to talk about any of this stuff because I'm sitting here like unpacking 14 more points right now.
You're not unpacking
also-
your shirt though, so that's what
I am
that's the
laughing my
problem.
ass off at the comments. You know what? Justice.
There we go. It has happened. Oh, look at it. It's so tiny.
The tiny nipples. There we
It's
go.
so tiny.
For freedom.
Come on.
Oh.
Make the girls dance, Jacob.
Let's see if I can make them dance. They're a little bit soft right now. I've been, super busy, so I haven't been able to, pack in as much protein or hit the gym as much. So, I mean, I've still hit it like 4 times a week. So,
yeah, there's no swastika. Jacob does not have any weird tattoos like Graham Plattner out of Maine.
Man, what do you guys make of that story? I know we're running out of time, but like, what do you make of that one? Are you as disappointed as I am?
I'm so disappointed. So for those who don't know, Graham Plattner is running for Democratic Senate seat out of Maine.
Right.
And he was found to be pictured he's had it for over 10 fucking years too. He got a Totenkopf, which is a SS specific skull and crossbones tattooed on his chest, and only is now covering it up because it was seen. And to me, that means you're a Nazi until you truly prove that you're not. Like, he has a lot of explaining to do. I'm fucking mad. Like,
yeah. And here's the thing, like, someone else said this more eloquently than I can probably say it, but like, the question is like, could he be forgiven? Could he truly repent? Sure. Like, I believe that we can all change and we can become better people and change, legitimately and sincerely at a soul level for the better. But, God bless Graham Plattner on your journey to becoming a better person. I don't think on the campaign trail, running in an incredibly important democracy-saving election is really the place for you to workshop your personal growth journey. Like, please go do that on your own time. And let us pick another candidate who has a decent chance of winning. You stupid, stupid fool.
Yeah. Jacob. Frozen in time, Jacob.
I'm looking up All right, you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry. Okay. Frozen in time. Sorry. I was looking up the tattoo, curious about it because I see the cover up. I don't see what was underneath it originally.
You're
it was a
Totenkopf, Jacob. Tramp stamps are never a good idea.
You said what? Sorry, I can't hear y'all.
It's called a Totenkopf.
Oh.
Is what he had. It was very specific. Like, it's very specific tattoo. And he even called it that. He even knew the name of it.
Yeah.
Which
literally means dead head in German.
Okay.
Totenkopf.
Okay.
And he knew what it meant because he said it by name.
Okay. Because I was looking.
Man, I know you're thinking of getting a tramp stamp. Just don't do that one. Okay.
I will
not get that as a tramp stamp.
I will not be doing that one. I have enough Norse Viking tattoos already that somebody's like, "Is that a Nazi tattoo?" And I'm like, "No, it's not." But no, I was looking at the cover up and I was like, "That's not Nazi. That's like Celtic Gaelic." And then I saw what the original was, and I was like, "Oh, that's very Nazi. That's very fucking Nazi." So yeah.
Like, known Nazi too, not even like a really esoteric symbol.
Not like deep dive Nazi, not like hidden, behind 3 layers of meaning Nazi, but like very
Yeah, not like, oops, I made a mistake because I saw this on a episode of Ink Master, right? Like,
yeah. And he was in the Marines when he did it. He was overseas. It happened outside the US when he got it. I listened to the Find Out podcast guys talk about it this morning, and Chris Goldsmith said something that I really agreed with on it, was like, if you're downrange, let's say, which means you're deployed and you're actively outside the US, and you get a stupid tattoo and you want to remove it, you typically take your K-bar, which is your fucking big ass knife that used to be a bayonet, and you burn it off your fucking body. You take a cheese grater and you fucking get rid of it, and you put a scar on yourself instead of leaving a fucking Nazi symbol on you for over 10 fucking years, dude. Like, Graham Plattner, you have a lot to fucking explain for. I'm culturally Jewish, and like, there are symbols that truly still enrage the fuck out of me. And if you're wearing that for that long, you're a fucking Nazi until you prove yourself otherwise.
Right. And again, I would say, like, sure, he should prove himself otherwise, but not as a candidate anymore. Like,
nope.
I don't
Drop
care.
out, dude. Yeah, like, bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Like, you fucked up. You do not get to continue your campaign. Go have fun and prove yourself worthy on your own personal growth journey, but I don't really need to hear about it anymore, because you're not going to be the Senate candidate forever.
Yeah. Mainers, y'all better get really loud about it and demand that he drop out, because the Democratic Party should not sympathize with Nazis or those who sympathize with Nazis or actively get Nazi symbols put on them and then don't remove them until they get found. That's what pro-Nazi people do.
Right.
And when I say Nazi, I mean literal, straight up Nazi. Not like, oh, you're a grammar Nazi or you're some stupid fake Nazi. No. SS symbol, Nazi symbol, iconography, Nazi, real Nazi. So, like, fuck these people. Like, I've seen multiple people in my area at this point with swastika tattoos on them. Some of them, I think, were in prison before and had to join like the Aryan Brotherhood and stuff because,
Yeah.
No, Lasty.
The
swastika may have once been a historical symbol of peace, but it no longer is.
For all time.
We are not taking the swastika back. Like, that has been ruined forever. And if you are going, if that was just a comment on like information, cool. But do not ever try and normalize the swastika. Don't put it in your profile picture, even with a big old X on it. Don't normalize the use of those symbols.
Yeah. Sorry, Lasty. You're talking to 2 Jews, a gay guy, a bi guy, a pansexual guy. Maybe the wrong place to sell your already known historical fact about swastikas. We absolutely know where they came from.
Yeah,
because they were used against us really, really well.
Okay, so a couple of comments. First off, yes, completely agree. It should not be taken back at all. Full stop, everything y'all said. What I did learn for the first time the other day is that the German or Nazi word for it is the Hakenkreuz, which is the hooked cross, because this actually popped up in Alabama recently. There was a slew of people drawing the original version going the other direction and with the dots in the middle of it. And people were like, oh, so then they need to leave it up. No, I'm sorry. Even if it was the original version, that's just going to be somebody's smoke screen for being allowed to put it up.
Absolutely.
So as sad as that is, it can never be taken back.
After the war, Germany outlawed the Hakenkreuz, right? Like, you literally could not show it or display it or draw it or anything. And I don't think that's like, do I believe in free speech? Sure. But if there's an actual symbol of hatred that is being used to oppress people, and we're getting this whole sort of both sides, and isn't it interesting that this was a Hindu symbol of peace? Sure, super interesting, except that the Nazis absolutely trashed that symbol of being anything other than a symbol of hatred ever since. Sorry.
Yeah, like there's some symbols we don't need to take back, and we need to be brave enough or courageous enough in this country to outlaw certain hate symbols from being like used, because they are meant to hurt. They are hate speech by definition. Like they're just hate, and the swastika is hate. The Totenkopf is hate. Like those are symbols of hate. Like we didn't even get into the American flags with swastikas embedded in congressional offices for Republicans that were seen on Zoom videos. Like we didn't even talk. We haven't even been able to talk about that because there's so much other shit going on. Like that's not fucking okay.
I'm pretty sure Barbara is a bot.
It's possible. I may have just responded to a bot.
We're not here to talk about our website, Barbara. Like, you don't want to hear talk about nipples? Okay, wrong chat, bro. Like, bye-bye.
Yeah, I could have just responded to a bot, but I was like, choose to hear about your nipples or your juvenile BS. Get rid of these kinds of transient lapses. Like, come on.
Barbara,
if you're real,
Fitchit. I'm gonna block. Oh, look at you with all your four
followers, right? Hey, everyone, seriously, like let's use this as a real teaching moment. I'm not kidding. Again, I took this class in disinformation, like Russian disinformation and bots from Julie Roginski and Olga Lautman, and absolutely, Russian bots have infiltrated Substack 1,000,000,000%. Like we are certain that they have. And if you look at an account like this where there's no picture, they've got 4 subscribers. Dog Mom Barb, sure, it's a very generic kind of thing. They come in and they repost things that make them look like they're a liberal, and then they come into chats like this and they chastise and they sow division and fear and hate and uncertainty. Like, come on, bro, we're not falling for it. You're a bot out of Russia. Say hi to Putin in St. Petersburg, at the Internet Research Agency. We know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blockity block 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 block, because I ain't got no time for your stupid shit. Bot. Bye. But we do have good folks in the chat. Like we love our Substack chat. For all of you guys who come in and gals and others and everywhere in between who come in and talk to us and hang out and like enjoy the chat and are part of this live with us, because that's the best part, is we get to respond to you guys too while we're doing it. You correct us sometimes, you give us new information. We love you guys. Like that's one of the best parts about this.
For sure.
It's just, you got to know, if you see the bots, say something, because we like to blockity block, because the more we block them, the less they see and the less hate you guys have to deal with.
Right. And that's another thing that Julie and Olga were talking about. Like, don't negotiate with bots. Like, it's literally useless and pointless. You just block, right? Because if they're not getting any attention, like, not that they'll go away, they will always keep trying, but you can at least minimize the damage that particular bot is going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Jacob, any last thoughts? We're over the a little over the middle of the hour mark.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at somebody else we needed to block off of this page, but we'll talk about that afterward. But yeah, my final last words are yes.
Say it out loud. Can you say it out loud?
You need to block. If you haven't blocked Lasty, you need to block Lasty right now. Like right fucking now. Like right now.
I love freedom.
Because you said what?
It says I love freedom. Jaguar.
I didn't hear what you said. But scroll through some of their posts on their page. Yep. Yeah, no.
Trump parted owner of a crypto thing. Just top of the news, if we want to end on a good note.
It was all the heavily. Yeah, sorry. So ending on a good note. Sorry.
Block and report. Like
I took a deep dive after
literal Nazi shit on their page.
Yeah,
Lasty has a literal Heil Hitler video on his page.
Yep.
Fuck you, bro.
You're
Heil Hitler video comparing the Jews to demons. Yeah.
Well, blockity block.
Yeah.
You guys all can do it too. Just click on their name in the chat and block them.
Or better, go click on their name and then go report them for being a Nazi.
Yep. Yeah. All right, gentlemen. It was Lasty and
on that note.
Who was the other person that we blocked? Barbara Fitchett or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Barbara Fitchett and Lasty. Yeah. Do not block Lefty Prof. Do not block him, anyone. There are two names that are kind of similar. Lefty Prof is part of our community and has rather good insights often and is very, very fun in the chat. Lasty, I think it's IE at the end. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's IE. It's last IE. Yeah.
Is block that sucker because they suck. Report and block.
Yeah.
Anyways, gentlemen.
It took me about 2 seconds down their page before I went, this is terrible. Let me keep scrolling. Like, it only got worse. It just gets worse. So anyway, on that note, there's a lot of terrible things going on right now, and the White House is a physical representation of that. That is my TLDR of this entire live video. So,
and might as much fucking do something. Do more.
Yeah.
Do more. Use your power.
Guys, it's always awesome talking to you.
More, it's up to you to do more.
Yeah, it was great talking to you guys. Thank you, everyone in the audience. Also, we love you all. Come subscribe to our channels. Help us all out. Become free or paid subs if you want.
Lefty Prof is a her, by the way.
Oh, sorry, Lefty Prof. You are amazing, though. I love all the things that you do in our chat. So do not block Lefty Prof. We like her. We like her in the chat. And so thank y'all. Love you guys. Oh,
thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Love you. Oh, does it work? Does it work?
You have to have it enabled on your computer.
Oh,
damn it.
But that's okay. We got hearts. Love you guys, and we'll talk again soon.